Welcome back, True Seeker. The update to the Falls Township shooting is that it was a 26-year-old man arrested in New Jersey whose name was Andre Gordon. And if you missed the video I put out this morning when this news was breaking, I talked about how the hallmarks of the Society of Jesus were all over the operation. And notice, again, Falls Township is on the 74th Meridian West. Numbers that get encoded in active shooters, this terminology that they've phrased and programmed into people's heads, has gematria of 74 and 61. So we have this shooting on the 74th Meridian, and now we have the active shooter, Andre Gordon. And I've been saying it for years, doesn't the terminology of active shooter just seem forced? Why not like armed gunman, active gunman? Understand, they put this terminology together using this code, and it's evident because the rituals unfold day after day, week after week with the same numbers. And these numbers are special to the Society of Jesus, which controls our nation, its federal government, its news, our education system, all of it. Notice how all of these words equate to 61 and 74. Jesus, cross. You can add a whole lot more to this list, really, but also Tupac. And I put Tupac up there because he was a huge death in the 90s. He died on Caesar Borgia's birthday, where White Jesus comes from. And then they put out the album on November 5th with Tupac on the cross under the alias Machiavelli. Again, on November 5th, that album came out, which is a very special day to the Jesuit order known as the Society of Jesus. And again, remember the 5th of November is the day leaving 56 days left in the year. Notice how when you run Andre Gordon in reverse, it's 56 instead of 61. And again, Society of Jesus, Black Lives Matter, they're both 56. The nation's first black president. Again, he won the 56th presidential election. That was Barack Obama. Of course, they painted Church Street with Black Lives Matter on the 5th day of the 6th month. And again, in the Bible, there's one physical description of Jesus, and it's that of someone that's at least of somewhat African descent, dark skin and hair like wool. So, on this perfect Jesus day, on John 3:16 day, if you will, it's March 16th, the day of this news story, old 3:16, like John 3:16. Again, this is what we were talking about earlier before we had a shooter's name. But now the shooter's name fits the script perfectly. It's a young black man. He's 26 years old, which is very important. Again, God makes man in the 26th verse of the Bible. And in Gematria, God and Adam both equal 26. If you haven't read my first book, Letters and Numbers, it talks about why there's 26 letters in the English alphabet, what it has to do with the 206 bones of the adult human body, and so much more. Also, in light of this being the shaming of a black man, today is the 76th day of the year, like how the federal government began recognizing Black History Month in 76. In Gematria, slave, Negro, blues, Rasta, they all equal 76. The name Barack Obama equals 76. Again, Acts 7:6, about 400 years of slavery. Acts, the 44th book of the Bible, like Obama, number 44. Like how he paid tribute to that verse in his new movie about the grid going down, the cell phones going out, and then 76 days later, people's cell phones are going out after the movie debuted on Netflix, and the mainstream media was comparing these cell phone outages to Obama's recent movie, Leave the World Behind. But yeah, this is what these people do. Just little jokes in all their propaganda, paying tribute to their history, their code, their control over humanity, all the things they have people believing in. And again, think about it. They have people believing in fake religion. They have people believing in an illegitimate government. They have people believing false history. They got people believing and not thinking. And again, believe has lie right in the middle. And again, this society of like mostly just dum-dums. They're at Chase Bank grabbing a sucker on the counter, having a dum-dum in their mouth while they get taken advantage of by the bankers. In the background, the TV's buzzing with the latest propaganda. They got a nation of people that just cannot think. All they can do is believe and wait for authority to tell them what to do. and how many masks they should put on for the 99.9% survivable illness, and how many experimental jabs they should get from, the biggest killers in world history. Pfizer only happens to be the most sued company in the history of the world for wrongful death and injury, but hey, Big Brother said, you know what, the 99.9% survivable illness, you're going to need an experimental jab from those guys over there. Believe us. Believe this story, too. You need to give up your rights and liberties so we can keep you safe. Believe it all. And keep believing in Jesus most of all. He's coming back to save you. Keep believing. Till next time, True Seeker.